the Great Tomb of Osiris, Egypt, a location that in 2022 just found a tunnel beneath the temple at a depth of 20 meters or 65 feet underground. The tunnel is 2 meters high or 6.5 feet and 1,305 meters long, 4,281 feet. Supposedly constructing this to transport water to the old world, where another article tells us that a secret tunnel was discovered, a geometric miracle, telling us that the purpose of the tunnel is still unclear. Take a look at this tunnel. This is all for water transportation? You tell me. The previous civilization that was extremely advanced and had technology that would blow our minds today, a civilization that we are not being told about within our textbooks, a group telling all of us that we are all the most advanced civilization to ever be here. Is that the truth? I don't believe so. It is an exact replica of the Tunnel of Eupalinus in Greece. That one also transported water. How is this possible for replica tunnels to be constructed all over the world, 484 miles apart from each other? We're gonna get into the twin tunnels in Greece in a minute. An exact replica of the tunnels found in 2022 in Egypt. They tell us that they found it in 2022. But remember, they have had LiDAR, and I'm sure things much more powerful than that, for a very long time. They've finally exposed these tunnels to the public in 2022 is exactly what I'm reading, especially when we are told that various archaeologists have been working on the site since 1998. So they've been there a while, telling all of us that in 2022, somebody finally decided to say, hey guys, you know what? I know we're at an incredible site. After decades of having this technology, how about we finally get the LiDAR out and see if there's anything under our feet? No, this did not happen. They did not wait until 2022. And we all know this. Using a combination of ground-penetrating radar and traditional archaeological excavation techniques. If this is seriously the case, which I don't believe it is, but if they seriously waited until 2022 to finally use the LiDAR, then I think they really need our help. I could have told them about the LiDAR like 20 years ago. Tunnels, yet again, in every city, every continent. The old world operated underground, so much more underground than above it. I believe what is below our feet is so much more than we could ever imagine. I believe that these tunnels that we are shown, they're just hallways to the bigger overall structures underground. Just like we have shown in Chicago, we have exposed the underground networks under our feet. The 17 levels of tunnels in episode 84. They are everywhere. So of course the tunnels are in Egypt. If you've been following this channel for the past 103 episodes, get ready. In 2010, archaeologists discovered a huge granite statue of a king that was, of course, headless. We have found headless statues over and over. This statue was not headless when they found it. We know this. They destroy these heads because their heads would show that our history is a complete lie. And there were people or beings that did not look like us at all. This head was removed. It was chopped off and destroyed. And this is not a random guess anymore. This is based on repeated patterns, finding the same pattern over and over in every continent. Repetition is the key, and we hold the keys now. We have unlocked the truth that they are hiding, what these individuals truly looked like. Not all of them, but without a doubt, some from the old world. What happened to the stone heads from all of these sites? They just fell off? Time and time again? Okay, fine, let's pretend that they just fall off. Then what? These stone heads, they just run away? They disappear? The stone heads of the past just fall off and then it's missing forever. No. We are not buying this narrative anymore. We have all seen it too many times. And once you see it, you don't go back to not seeing it. It only gets clearer and clearer. A clear and obvious attack on our true history. We are also told that this site, this temple, likely contained the burial of a significant royal personality, possibly Cleopatra. Again, destroying this location in the 1930s and calling it a restoration project. Our timeline, yet again. They just found this place and removed anything that would expose this false narrative. One side of this Temple of Osiris, which is believed to be the resting place of Cleopatra, where we all know that they have located Cleopatra at this site, as well as other things. For anybody unaware, Cleopatra was the last queen of ancient Egypt. Again, I don't believe that this is thousands of years ago, like we've all been told. I believe that the previous civilization was what we call the 14 or 1500s, with a mass reset taking place and restarting everything beginning in the 1700s. And we have seen so much evidence of this. I believe that the great fires in every city, or I like to say great bombs, and the population data, the inventions flying at us over and over in the last 200 years. The state of the buildings that are all here today in every city that don't belong in our timeline, such as the Cologne Cathedral or the Milan Cathedral. Taking all of this into consideration, I believe that all of this together and much more, it fully exposes this. Cleopatra was the final leader of Egypt, supposedly. It marked the end of Egypt's reign as an independent kingdom. Now, who knows if these are just stories for adults, like we have seen so many times. But I do believe there is significance to these characters. These locations, they find text, tablets, and I am sure they find technology at these sites. And I'm guessing that the best technology from the old world is buried with these significant characters, these leaders of the old world. So finding these individuals from the old world is very important to the group today. Technology that may not be just physical, where we see that Gilgamesh asked Utnapishtim for the secrets to immortality, the technology to live forever, where he found a plant that can restore youth. Now, I know that a lot of people know what I'm talking about, and I'm not gonna say it because we all know that is not allowed. But when you know, you know. And it's very interesting when you see people that hold or have held power today asking for FOIAs, requesting documents relevant to the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh, the current location of his body, and the location of buried Nephilim. Can you believe this? These people are actively looking into this information just like we are. Because whoever can find this old world technology may hold the power today. That's all a guess, of course, but our so-called guesses to this point, they're batting close to 1,000. We are not the only ones interested in the old world. We need to understand that we are all just getting caught up. This is and has been known for a very long time. Again, an exact replica of the tunnels in Greece. Tunnels that we are told are constructed in a geometric pattern. We have heard this before. That's right, the catacombs. And I'll ask you all, who builds on top of catacombs? Who does this? Should I just show you what used to be here? Should I show you what I think these tunnels really were? Should I show you what I think these tunnels used to be? Protected by our friends right here, where at some point before the 19th century, the 1800s, our timeline yet again, a church dedicated to St. John was built over the top of this geometric tunnel network, and we are just getting started. Welcome to episode 104 of My Lunch Break. I hope you're all having a great day, and if you're new, welcome. If you're suffering from daily aches and pains, please listen closely. top medical experts have unveiled a natural pain reliever that is changing the way Americans fight pain. 100% drug-free. Canalidine is the only solution in the world that optimizes your body's natural painkillers, called endorphins, providing full body relief without dangerous pills or known side effects. Over 1 million Americans and hundreds of professional athletes, including UFC fighters, have already embraced Canalidine's pain relief power. Best of all, Canalidine is legal worldwide, certified drug-free, and does not cause side effects, grogginess, or addiction. After 14 years of clinical research, it has been proven safe and effective, backed by thousands of successful use cases from other Americans just like you. Best of all, today, you can try Canalidine for less than $1 per day. This is your opportunity to finally live pain-free. Click the link below to try the only Canalidine product in the world risk-free for a full 90 days. This private link and special discount expires at midnight tonight. Go to www.tricano.com/MLB. Experience daily pain relief with Canalidine. You have nothing to lose but your pain. And I want to thank all of our sponsors over on Patreon. Thank you to FlatEarthDave.com. You can check out his app, the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac app. I'll put the link right in the description. And you can use my referral code, MLB. If you click the Tartaria button, you'll see the My Lunch Break playlist right here. The app is awesome. Thank you to Rebecca Kay, The Lady Lacey Show, David and Sherry Ferguson, Edwin Johnson, Chuck Templeton, Joy Lee, Stephanie Nolan, The Burlesons, Edwin Rice, Helmut, Charles Kruger, Don Gaston, Dan Woodall, Dale, DJ Clicktrack, Edward and Brianna, Jacob Law, Jim Ribley and Christine Duggan, Kyle Glascock, BKTFnews.org, Ben Dries NL, Natalie Shippenoff, Amberson EMC, HK Sue, Melissa Edgar, Biggles, Clayton Lamar, Noble Task Homestead, John Adams, Roberts O'Zolins, Rick Tapkey, Blake, Billy Prater, The Phoenix Art, The Arnolds, Attila Power, VKH Bonner, Bell's Clarions for God, Forbidden Gecko Love, Justin Grobner Grubb, Leah Strong, Peter Batani, Dakota Dunn, Eric Martinez, Ivan Apoctoli, Jim Bro, EdgarT-shirts.com, Meta, Jason Hochberg, Marie C, ValleyMedicinals.com, Kyle Logan, Alina and Chris the IT Guy, Michael Dingyu, Patriot Armory, Tom O'Hara, Michael D. Connor, William Royal, C3SCOB, Ancient Tallow, Jeffrey Temple, SonyaDane.com, James Alt, Bucksui, Jason Prest, Suki Warrior, We the People, Migs, Miss Rex's Murphy, Mark Chapman, Muji and DeClan, Ariana Oates, Jenica Joyce, Nathan Burba, Ski, Codrenth, The Sovereign, Beacon of Truth, Liberty's Arborist, Thomas Thorpe Peterson, Zinger Coffee and Tea, Natasha C, K Moore, DevlinMcGregor.com, Miss Fox, Diamond Jewel, David Rauschenbach, Emily Maryland, Felipe, Curious Cat, Mike D, etc., Dan McGee, Lori Hedvig Johnson, Terry, Paraplegic Coffee, Avatars of Gaia, Secrets Beyond Earth, Ellie Annie, Ivan Apoctoli, Seth Craigo, D Woods, Glenn Gunderson, Mousie's Mouse Cheese Records, James Vincent, Robert's Brain is Gone, Extreme Reality Check, Anna and Marley Valdez, Wayne T, Late for Dinner, Wanakar Camo, Paolo Goncalves, Dax Bilchek, Appeal to Heaven, G Power, Papa One, Jesse De Leon, Andrea J. Kerrigan, Janet Elizabeth, Dr. Mom, and Patriot, Ducks, MDFTFV, Rod Wah, Kim Lusada, William Richard Jeffries V, Checkmate, Robert Petro, Dylan Mugenberg, Leonard Insalaco, Martha Wooten, Suez KC, Lisa Boutwell, Friz Tickle, Doc Halo, Henry's Mom, Vince Moreno, Shiba Shaba in the Darkness. You guys are all awesome and helping this channel out a lot. So the AI tells us today, there is no longer any water flowing through the tunnels. So I had to ask, why isn't there any water flowing anymore? The AI replies, the tunnel no longer carries water because it ceased its function a long time ago. Over the centuries, changes in water systems, natural shifts in water sources, and the development of new infrastructure all likely dried out the tunnel. So I replied, so we don't know exactly why. The tunnel doesn't have any water anymore. A tunnel that was meant to transport water, supposedly. No water in this tunnel, and it's never had water since we all got here. The AI replied, you're right. There isn't a completely clear or specific reason why the tunnel no longer carries water. Now, this is all in my opinion, but this was not meant to be a water aqueduct. This was a tunnel connecting so much more underground, and I believe it may have been a geometric catacomb where a church consistently is placed on top over and over, and we all just go pay to see the old world buried below our feet. Again, this is all in my opinion, based on what we have found and documented accounts with over 100 episodes of evidence now, especially when we think logically. These are identical geometric tunnel networks. This one in Greece has a church built on top of it in the 1800s, and the one in Egypt, we are told, holds human remains. So you tell me, are we correct or what? Yes, human remains, including bones and mummies, have been found in the tunnel networks with important burial rituals, identical geometric tunnels that we are all told were for water, with one having bodies inside of it. The other has a church on top of it. If you ask me, it's not sounding like a water aqueduct anymore. In fact, it's not at all. The tunnel network in Greece is on this group's list, along with the nearby Pythagorean, and that's less than a mile away, as well as the Hieron of Samos, only 4.41 miles away. We know that these tunnels are all connecting these sites, right under our feet. The site contains ancient Greek and Roman monuments and a famous ancient tunnel, all connected for miles. And then we evolve and advance into cowboys, riding around on donkeys and figuring out what a pencil is, constructing huts for future presidents, dirt roads and living by moonlight, and wiping with our hands in the front yard. It's just incredible how far we've come. From the year negative 4,000, it's very clear at this point, somebody's lying. In Samos, Greece, they have found a sewage system, public and religious buildings, public baths, a stadium, as well as townhouses and condominiums, finding over 3,000 objects. And we all know that there was more. Going back to our original site in Egypt, I just want to show you how incredible this place is. This is the temple that has a tunnel network underneath it. This is all right next to Alexandria. And I'll just let you know that tunnels extend under this entire city. And they have for a very long time. Remember, I think that these are catacombs. Before we expose this to the world, please hit that like button and subscribe. When you hit that like button and subscribe, the system pushes the video to brand new people every week. It helps share this information with so many more people that might have never even known that the previous civilization is right below their feet. Thank you to all of our badge members, all of our Patreons, and again, every single subscriber. We are on YouTube, Rumble, X, Instagram, TikTok, Rockfin, and Spotify. It is incredible what the truth is capable of. The truth is a very powerful thing, and it always will be. Patterns are also incredible. Being able to connect patterns, being able to think logically at the same time, and remember what we have all seen in the past. This is how you unlock the truth. We can see that this temple that holds tunnels that are identical to the ones in Greece, the ones that have a church on top of it, all supposedly for water, we are told. A geometric tunnel that doesn't even have water in it, with no proof that there ever was. Only 33 miles away from this temple, we unlock something incredible. The catacombs of Komel Shakafa, one of the most famous underground sites in Alexandria, Egypt. A large, multi-level underground burial site with tunnels, chambers, and tombs. And I'll ask you all again, do you believe that these geometric tunnels, just 33 miles away, were just for water? We were told that they found bones in the tunnels that were all meant for water. At which point do we start saying, yeah, that's not adding up. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a water tunnel to me. If it doesn't start adding up now, then we need to go back to episodes 72, 78, and 92. These episodes expose that the previous civilization is currently under our feet in so many major cities, telling us what the dead center really means. These catacombs are beneath Alexandria, Egypt, where we are told that over time, most of the bodies, most of the bones have either decayed, no, or they were removed. I would say yes. They were removing bones from this site. It is so odd what they have done without us really knowing or ever paying attention before this, with no specific records detailing the exact number of bones or human remains found within the site of Alexandria, Egypt, keeping no records of the bones that they removed. Can you believe this? Remember in episode 96, when they found 7,000 skulls underground and they had elongated skulls and they hid them from us and still do. It is estimated that the remains of 7,000 individuals were found in the hypogeum. 7,000 individuals were found. And though many of the bones were lost early in the excavation process, most of the skulls, not all of them, but most of them, were deposited at the National Museum. 7,000 individuals from the old world were discovered inside this underground complex, though many of the bones were lost in excavation. What? A small percentage of the 7,000 bones. They just told us that they destroyed many of the bones, have an abnormal cranial elongation. Why do you think that they removed all the bones, the skulls from this location? Why do you think this is? Do you think that they might not look like us? Would this expose their nonsense? I believe so. We have a clear admission right here, 33 miles away, that they had removed the bones. Now, do you still think this is a geometric tunnel just for water? I do not. I believe that we have fully exposed what that really is. This research is really incredible, the further that we go. A necropolis. What is a necropolis? I don't believe that we've exposed this question yet. What does a necropolis mean? What is a necropolis? We see them all over from the old world. The catacombs lie beneath the Western Necropolis of Alexandria, a cemetery, especially a large one, belonging to an ancient city, a necropolis. Have we just unlocked something massive? The location of where the previous civilization, where all of these people are now buried. Have we just unlocked something massive? A bone-chilling moment in this research, where we are all told that there are thousands of necropolises around the world, ranging from small burial sites to vast ancient cities of the dead. Thousands of them. I believe we are about to take this research so much further than anybody could have ever imagined in the upcoming episodes. Where the necropolis in Turkey, we are told more than 1,200 tombs have been discovered, with many of them containing multiple burials. Estimates suggest that thousands of individuals were buried there from the old world. Have we just located the previous civilization worldwide, containing the remains of many generations of people from different timelines, necropolises? I cannot wait to share what we have just found. I'll be back next Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, as always, with so much more. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. See ya.